Welcome to Garden Wise Adventures on this beautiful July day. Today we're going to talk about another plant of the week. This is going to be my second plant of the week, and today it's going to be Paw Paws. Let's turn you around and show you my Paw Paw tree. This is my 8-year-old Paw Paw tree. It is, I'm trying to remember the variety that I bought, a Davis Paw Paw. I planted this, well, I said it's 8 years old. It's probably more like 10 years old. And it is now approximately, I would say, 9 feet tall. So this Paw Paw tree, I planted it with another one. The other one promptly died. And this one has thrived. And I'm going to go over a little bit with you what Paw Paws need to grow and what I found worked in the state of Utah to be able to get one to take off. So let's first look at my fruit. I have 9 fruits on it this year. Counted each one. Each one is loved. Last year, I only got 2. I still am learning about how to know when they're ripe. Last year, they fell on the ground about this size, and well, they were a little bit bigger, and they fell off, I think it was in August. And I thought for sure that I had lost them. But they turned soft, and they were delicious. They taste a little bit like a green banana. So I'm assuming that it wasn't completely ripe, otherwise it might have been sweeter. The flowers are gorgeous. I will throw a picture of the flowers on here for you to see. They come out early spring, around April. Now as you look at this Paw Paw tree, if you notice, one half of it is looking pretty ragged. It's because the large leaves cannot tolerate the wind out here. We've had a lot of windstorms, and it's the north side that is torn apart, and that is all wind. I think for insect predators for Paw Paws, basically the only one around is the swallowtail butterfly. And I would love to have swallowtail butterfly damage on this plant. I just have not seen I haven't seen swallowtails out lately. Another thing about Paw Paws, let's take you over here, is to fruit. I've heard they do need a pollinizer. I have tried planting pollinizers for my Paw Paw. I think it was 7 times, and I could not get them to grow. But finally, this is my new little Paw Paw being protected by the 9 bark. They need to have, when they're young, they need protection from full sun. Otherwise, they burn up. This is the first one that has come back over the winter. And let me tell you a little bit. Let me go back to an area where it's a little less hot, and I'll tell you what I figured out that they need to grow and flourish. So what I've learned about Paw Paws is it's really hard to purchase a Paw Paw online that is a grafted variety that's in anything larger than a 4-inch pot. Purchase them in the spring, put that 4-inch Paw Paw into the ground, and I have not had one survive the winter. I think partially it's because they come freshly grafted. Every single one I purchased that was a grafted variety still had the grafting tape on it. I don't know if it's a supply issue or what, but they were brand new little trees and none of them made it through the year. So I decided, well, I need to purchase a larger variety, but the only place I could purchase them here in Utah is online. So I tried Edible Landscapes. I can't remember exactly. I got my Davis Paw Paw through Edible Landscapes. I'll put a link below for the Paw Paw my second Paw Paw that I have that has survived. I'll put a link where I purchased that one. But I was able to get a 1-gallon pot size. It was about 3 feet tall when I planted it. And it's a seedling variety. I could not find grafted varieties that size. So the seedling went into the ground and did really well. I planted it last spring. Now Paw Paws, I've also learned that you cannot plant them in the fall. They're one of the few trees where the roots do not grow throughout the fall. So if you plant it in the fall and try to overwinter it, it does not have the root capacity to survive the freezing weather. So plant them in the spring, buy them in a larger size, and you'll probably need to get a seedling. Or, if any of you know of a place where we could purchase a larger grafted variety, that is not newly grafted, that would be great. I would love to hear about that, because I would love to have another named variety rather than a seedling. The seedlings do not come true to form, so we don't know exactly what the Paw Paws will look like or taste like from that seedling variety. But it will act as a good pollinizer for my Davis. The other thing Paw Paws need is they need, as I said when I was showing you the Paw Paw trees, they need protection from the sun for the first couple of years. They are an understory tree and they do not do well in full sun, in full exposure. They need moist soil, rich soil, and a good deal of nutrition in the soil. So I planted mine right next to where I have my lawn. It's got compost mulch over the top, so it's rich. I dug out the hole probably 4 times the size that it should have been. And I normally, when I plant trees, do not mix amendments in the hole. The trees don't like amendments in the hole. But for the Paw Paw, I went ahead and did that. And I fertilize it once a year. Well, now you know what Paw Paws need. I hope more people try them. I think they are wonderful. Hopefully, I'm hoping to see more Paw Paws in the state of Utah and in areas where you don't see them as often. So if you have any questions, or if you've grown Paw Paws yourself, please let me know. I want to hear about them. I want to hear the varieties. I want to hear if you've gotten fruit yet. In the meantime, go have a wonderful garden-wise adventure.